lead out for the sprint about 100 kilometres from the finish and just rode like hell until all the other sprinters fell off the back and eventually gave up.
Well, you know, that's one thing that they can do because they can climb so well. So, you know, you gotta look for the strengths in your riders and the weaknesses in the other riders, and you know that's just a really, as far as I'm concerned, intelligent ride that particular day.
Just 23 years of age, Sagan, and you can see him winning green jerseys for a long while to come.
Yeah, maybe Eric Zabel's record there is it's up for grabs. I think it is seven green jerseys or something like that. I'll stand corrected, but
I think where we're going with this one is the polka dot jersey for the King of the Mountains, the man who's amassed the most points on the categorised climbs of the Tour de France. Mount Doom there in the background as Nairo Quintana, the man who grew up at 2,800 metres of altitude, who had to cycle 16 kilometres every day up and down hills to get to school and back. Some of these stories might have got a bit exaggerated, but there's a kernel of truth in there.
Well, I heard 11 kilometres.
11.
But, you know, regardless, I think it's quite a cool story.
And great to see a proper Colombian rider back in this, Sean.
Indeed, I mean, we've talked about the resurgence of the Colombian riders after the likes of Lucho Herrera in the 80s, and it's great for them as a nation, and it's always exciting to have pure climbers in the race.
Yeah, nice to see him smile as well. Remarkable how impassive he remained through all of those mountain stages.
Yeah, but, you know, that's part of the game as well, a bit of poker face and playing out that sort of... you know, looking strong all the time. But I think he's a really exciting rider and certainly a very, very, very good climber.
Yeah, and also just 23.
Exactly.
Boy, it's going to be some tough times for the peloton out there.
The thing with the pure climbers is that they know they need to make up time in the mountains because they're bad at time trials, so that leads to exciting scenarios.
Well, it's interesting because Alex Dowsett, when he was in, there was a teammate, of course, at Movistar of Quintana, was saying that he's actually not that bad at time trialling. He didn't do very well at the Mont Saint-Michel one, which was flatter. He did much better at, I can't remember where the stage was, but the mountain one.
Yeah.
But he seemed to think it was a little bit of a... He basically takes a bit of an easier ride if he doesn't think there's much on the line, which is understandable.
Well, it is understandable, but, you know, I think he won the... didn't he win the time trial in the Pays Basque?
It's really hilly. But, you know, yes, for sure, maybe Alex was right on that fact, and he was kind of an underdog coming into the Tour, playing second string to Valverde, so maybe that was the case.
Certainly, if he can improve his chrono skills, he'll be even more of a formidable competitor for the yellow jersey next year. He was saying that he thinks that next year might be too early for him, but a lot of people are saying 2014 he's going to be a realistic candidate. Quintana back here, possibly receiving the white jersey. Indeed he is, for the best young rider, the rider aged under 26 with the fastest cumulative time over the 21 stages. He won by over 13 minutes this particular competition.
Can he be the first man in a long time to turn that white jersey into a yellow one?
Absolutely.
So we've had a lot of riders over the past few years now who sort of won the white jersey and then disappeared a little bit for some time, and maybe getting back up to half-decent GC later on.
TJ Van Garderen last year and had a dismal Tour de France this time around, and you wouldn't think of him as being particularly a contender for next year either.
Well, looking at this year's, no, but, you know, every year is different, and you sort of, you know, if you've got any problems early on in the season, they can sort of delay or change things around a little bit, and, you know, looking at...
Some talent there, but again, poor time trialling lets you down, so it's tricky to take that big victory in the end in the Grand Tour when you're up against always a better time trialist.
To be fair, he wasn't riding with that much support from his team, though, was he, from Katusha?
They never really seemed to be able to give him too much support as such, but, you know, they did an OK team time trial as far as I remember, and, you know, it's quite some feat, actually, to do a hat-trick of podium in the Grand Tours, you know.
Well, the second in the Giro last year, third in the Vuelta, and now third on the Tour de France. And the handshake. Nairo Quintana, a stat we mentioned earlier, he is the highest placed South American finisher on the Tour de France ever. incredible stuff. And excited as we get about Bradley Wiggins last year, Chris Froome, all the developments on the track, the reactions in Colombia to Quintana's success this year. Just pause for the anthems.